man!
Couple of threes here from Cheng Hua.
And McKinney, nobody could stay in front of this kid.
He's all over the place to Saigon. Nice job threading the needle there by Din. Back outside off the dribble. Ball knocked away. Nice hands there by Elliott. Lead pass to see if he can finish it up. He does.
The duo of Mike McKinney and Kenny Manigault delivered once again for Macau. And in Singapore, the Slingers got a huge win over the Saigon Heat. All that and more in this edition of ABL Recap.
Subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified of the latest videos of the ABL. Follow all of our social media accounts and visit our website for more updates.
Hello everybody, welcome to ABL Recap. You've got Yo-Yo Sarmenta on hand, just me today, and we've got two games for you. First, we go with the Singapore Slingers and the Saigon Heat in Singapore at the OCBC Arena. Huge win for the Slingers. Got the win, a 34-point win. The final score was 101-67. We will break down this game for you and move on to the next one, Macau Black Bears and Kuala Lumpur Dragons. But going back to Singapore, 5 players scored in double figures for Singapore. Started with Marcus Elliott with 29 points. The X-Man had 16 points, 12 rebounds, while Anthony McLean had 18 points and 19 rebounds. Singapore has had a penchant for dragging opponents to slow, grind-it-out games, but in this game they scored 100 points. At least 100 points rather. They scored a 101 while limiting the Saigon Heat to just 67 points. And how did they do it? Well, this time around, the Slingers worked on their defense until the end of the game. The Heat only scored 16 points, 13 points, and 15 points in the last 3 quarters, and that's how Slingers got the win. For the Heat, they have 2 players still trying to get a feel for their new team. The first, Tyshawn Taylor, just his second game for the Heat. He had a somewhat quiet game for the Heat. He had 15 points, while Malcolm White, who is a returnee to the ABL after playing 1 season for Mono, he had 15 points and 7 rebounds. So the Heat are still trying to make their way through the season with a couple of new pieces, 2 heavy pieces in their world imports. So the Heat are still trying to make their way at 2-7 for the season, losing their last 3 games, while the Slingers are 4-5. The Macau Black Bears with a 97-87 win over the Kuala Lumpur Dragons. That's our second game of the doubleheader. The Macau, it's a 7-7, winning their last 2 games, while the Kuala Lumpur Dragons are 4-4, losing their last 2. And the heroes of this game, none other than Mike McKinney and Kenny Manigault. The 2 combined for 64 points. Manigault with 30 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, while McKinney had 34 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. But the most glaring stat of all, more than their 30-point outing, is their free throw shooting. Manigault was 12 of 12 from the line, McKinney was 9 for 9, and as a team, the Black Bears shot an amazing 23 for 23 from the free throw line. That is amazing. So that was a key difference against the Dragons, who had Amir Bell's 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists, and Will Artino's 28 points and 10 rebounds. So the difference in this game was the Black Bears' free throw shooting and their 3-point shooting actually. They had 16 threes and 23 for 23 from the line. That was the difference in this game. And for the Dragons, the big question for them this season, as they are 4-4, is where is the defense? They usually hold opponents to 80 points per game, but in their last 2 losses, they got blown out of the water. So the past 2 games have not been kind for the Dragons, and they need to pick up their defense soon. So that will do it. Macau Black Bears are 7-7. The Kuala Lumpur Dragons are 4-4. The final 97 for the Black Bears and 87 for the Kuala Lumpur Dragons. So once again, Mono Vampire Basketball Club taking on San Miguel Alab, Pilipinas. That is 6 p.m. local time in Thailand, GMT +7. So that will do it for this edition of ABL Recap. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow all our social media accounts. And for more information, you can log on to our website. So this has been Yo-Yo Sarmenta for ABL Recap.